This morning on DC News Now, kicking off the holiday season with some holiday shopping. The festive markets open now in the district. Plus, big changes coming to 1 Northern Virginia street, how Alexandria plans to make King Street more pedestrian friendly. And President-elect Donald Trump continues to build out his cabinet. We'll have more on his latest picks.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey there, good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. Your time is 8 o'clock. I'm Tosin Fakile. It is Saturday, November 23rd. We have one more weekend in November, but it is feeling a lot more like and looking a lot more like December, if you ask for my opinion. Let's head on outside to show you what it looks like right now. This is the National Cathedral, looking stunning with the sun up. We're still seeing those fall colors. It looks pretty nice out there. Thankfully, there's no precipitation. Will we see any precipitation? Well, Brittany Ward has that answer. Meteorologist Brittany Ward here this morning. Brittany, yesterday was very active in the weather department.
Yes, it was.
We saw snow. I keep saying it before Thanksgiving, a little unusual. Today, any precipitation?
So the good news is for the district, no, but as you head into the higher elevation, so like Garrett County, they did see some wet snowflakes this morning, but it looks like it's starting to taper off. And as we head through the rest of your day today, we are going to be tracking dry conditions with that mixture of sun and clouds. So overall, not a bad start to our weekend. Satellite and radar showing you the last 3 hours across the entire DMV. Yes, we've been dry across the entire beltway, but notice further off to the north and west, you're seeing those blues and those greens. That's indicating we did see that wintry mix as you head further off to the north and west. So if you are going to be heading out on 68 this morning, just make sure you take your time. We could possibly see some slick spots, but zooming satellite and radar out to show you the wider picture, notice after this little batch right now that's slowly making its way out of Garrett County, we have nothing behind it. Still going to be holding on to a few clouds though as you head further off out towards Garrett County today, but closer to the district, a mixture of sun and clouds and dry conditions will be the trend, but it will be a bit breezy at times. So keep that in mind. Temperature wise, sitting in the 40s across much of the area with the exception of Frederick and Kaiser. You guys are coming in the upper 30s, 46 currently in the nation's capital, 48 as you head over there to Lexington Park. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast and what to expect coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. And that snow came and went pretty quickly in the DMV, but many caught the flurries on camera. This is video posted by Montgomery County's Department of Transportation. It was taken in the northwest part of the county. Just a reminder, officials say whenever it snows or rains, turn on your headlights. It is the season of shopping. This year in the district, there are 2 holiday markets in Northwest, one in Penn Quarter, the other in DuPont Circle. Both markets kicked off last night, and despite the weather, folks still showed up. Our Daniel Hamburg has the details on how day 1 of the markets went.
Even through the rain and cold, spirits are high at the DC Holiday Market at DuPont Circle.
It's always great for business. We love to get out there, meet new people every single year, and bring the joy of the holiday to them.
14-year-old Alejandro Buxton owns Smell of Love candles. He spent 2 years at the market downtown, but set up shop in DuPont this year.
DuPont really feels like a community. We got all of our vendors that we know. Everybody knows each other. It's just a little family, I would say.
Pyramid Atlantic Art Center also moved from downtown to DuPont.
People have been very cheery and happy and buying all the things that we have here.
With 34 vendors, there's a lot to choose from.
Just looking around, I might buy some stuff for my siblings.
The operator of this market formerly ran the downtown DC Holiday Market on F Street.
We're really excited to be in DuPont Circle. This is a great neighborhood, culturally rich, a lot of small businesses.
In both locations, weather played a factor Friday.
It's not the best, but we always come prepared, so we don't have our umbrella, but we have our hats and our gloves and our scarves.
The downtown DC Holiday Market is in its 20th year with more than 100 vendors.
There's a lot of stuff to look at. Yeah, and I love how it all seems homemade too, which is really cool. So support local.
No matter where you shop, there's something for everyone to get in the holiday spirit.
That was our Daniel Hamburg reporting. Both markets are open from noon to 8 p.m. daily, and both will be closed on Thanksgiving Day. For more details on the markets, visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. Here's a live look at Capitol Hill. Very soon, its tree will be up, and that's because the Capitol Christmas tree is here in the district. It's affectionately named Spruce Wayne, and it traveled 4,000 miles to get here from Alaska. On the way, the tree made 11 stops in different communities across the country, including Hagerstown, Maryland. And Alaskans sent the tree to D.C. with some special gifts.
So Alaskans banded together and made 14,000 handmade ornaments that are going to go on the tree this week. So when the lights get flipped on December 3rd, that it's going to light up with a bunch of handmade ornaments from Alaskans.
That's pretty cool. The tree lighting ceremony will be Tuesday, December 3rd at 5 p.m. 8:05, we continue to follow President-elect Donald Trump's picks to serve in his cabinet. Trump rolling out more nominations. One of his latest picks, Scott Bessent, for Treasury Secretary. Bessent, the South Carolina billionaire, has historically donated to Democratic causes, including Al Gore's presidential run. He also worked for George Soros. Soros, a major supporter of Democrats. Bessent has spoken openly about extending Trump's 2017 tax plan and has called for spending cuts. If confirmed, he would be the first openly gay Treasury Secretary. Meanwhile, Virginia's senators are addressing President-elect Trump's picks to lead public health agencies. Democratic Senator Tim Kaine sits on the committee that would consider Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nomination to lead the Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm troubled by some of the, in my view, health misinformation that he's propagated in the past. But I have to admit, I don't know him that well, never met him.
Virginia's senior senator, Democrat Mark Warner, sits on the committee that'll consider Trump's selection to lead the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Dr. Oz. Warner says his vote will depend on if Oz commits to preserving the insurance program for seniors.
See which promise the president-elect and his appointees are going to keep. The one to protect Medicare and Social Security, or the idea that he's going to slash trillions of dollars from government spending, and the only place you slash that kind of money is a place like Medicare.
And President-elect Trump also has a new pick to head up the Department of Justice, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. She's his second nomination for the Attorney General role after former Congressman Matt Gaetz withdrew his name. 8:07 in the district, Mayor Muriel Bowser nominating a permanent leader of the ONES office. That office oversees neighborhood safety and violence interruption programs. The agency under scrutiny after it was tied to the bribery indictment of Councilmember Trayon White. Our Mariel Carbone has the details on the nominee, Quayle Sneed, and her plans for the district.
With gun violence top of mind across the district, Mayor Muriel Bowser is nominating Quayle Sneed as the permanent director of the ONES office, or the Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement.
I asked Quayle to lead with one mission in mind: reduce shootings, save lives, and help people along the way.
Sneed has worked in various D.C. government agencies since 2007, starting as interim director of ONES in June of 2023. The agency is tasked with preventing and intervening in gun violence.
We are moving to a ward-based approach to violence intervention to help bring safety to the entire city.
Under Sneed's leadership, violent crime is down 34% year-to-date in ONES priority communities, which she credits with better coordination.
With our violence interruption organizations sitting at the table, doing conflict mapping.
Still, the agency hasn't gone without scrutiny. It was named in the indictment against Councilmember Trayon White, who's accused of accepting bribes in exchange for his influence on contracts with the agency.
This was not an indictment on ONES. We wake up every day to serve our residents and provide great services in violence interruption. And also, I would just like to add, and I'm not under investigation.
Now, Sneed still needs full council approval. A hearing on her nomination is set for Monday, December 2nd. Councilmember Brooke Pinto will lead that hearing. 8:09. Meanwhile, an update into the council-led investigation into Trayon White. The ad hoc committee is investigating residency requirements as well as if White violated various council codes of conduct. So far, it's interviewed employees with both the ONES office and the Department of Youth Rehabilitative Services. White has declined 2 interview requests with that investigative team. A final report will be provided to council by December 16th. Happening today, D.C.'s Mayor for Life, Marion Barry, will be memorialized in Judiciary Square. The city will officially unveil a new mural this morning at 11. D.C. police say there will be some parking restrictions and street closures until 2 p.m. So you'll want to avoid 4th Street from E to D Streets Northwest and the 400 block of Indiana Avenue. And also happening today, the Washington Spirits will play in the NWSL Championship. The soccer team will take on the Orlando Pride in Kansas City, Missouri. But don't worry, you can gather to cheer the team on here. There will be an official watch party at Randall Rec Center in Southwest D.C. That watch party starts at 8 o'clock. We are so proud of these girls. They have brought the championship home before, and we're hoping they bring it home again. All right, Brittany, so for those who will be out and about, going to the watch party or just being outside, it's a little better today than it was yesterday, right?
Yeah, you know, we're not going to be dealing with the snow, sadly, but I'll keep my
over it.
Say I'll keep my comments to myself, but we're going to be dealing with a mixture of sun and clouds, and it's going to be a tad bit warmer today than what we saw yesterday. Highs today will be reaching into the mid-50s. We're also going to be dealing with a mixture of sun and clouds, and it's going to be breezy at times, so keep that in mind. As we head through your day tomorrow, we start to see those highs warming up, getting into the upper 50s. Notice wall-to-wall sunshine will be the trend, and then we're tracking 60s as we open up the work week. So keep it here. I'll let you know when we could see that cooler air and what to expect for your Thanksgiving holiday coming up in just a bit.